This is Beach Talk Radio.
Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all ships at sea. This is your captain speaking, Mean Gene. Mean Gene. The following will be a test of the ship's whistle, the sonar alarm, the cable alarm, and the atomic attack alarm.
Ladies and gentlemen, broadcasting live from the Margaritaville Terrace on Fort Myers Beach, 100 feet from the Gulf of America. Here are your award-winning social media superstars, the hosts of Beach Talk Radio, Kim and Ed Ryan.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you all coming out to Margaritaville today at our 10 o'clock start. It's nice to see everybody got up on time to show up to the show today. Thank you very much for that. And before we get to our great guest today, I do have to tell a quick story. A few folks in the audience asked me to tell them the story about Petey beforehand, but I wouldn't reveal it until the show started. And Kim is not here. I don't know. She's not overly angry. That's not why she's not here. We have so much stuff going on. But yesterday, let me back up a little bit. Before yesterday, Kim's mom was here for a few weeks, and I went out and bought a Christmas tree from Lowe's. It was a lovely tree, and Kim and her mom decorated the tree. They, you don't even know what I'm going to say. Kim and her mom decorated the tree, and it looked fabulous, and the lights were nice, and I don't know if it's garland, probably not garland, whatever the hell it is. The tree looks great, and the ornaments. And I'm working yesterday because I work from home because my responsibility is to watch the dogs, our 3 dogs. And I go out and I see Petey on the couch. Petey's our puppy for anyone that doesn't know. And I saw the last piece of the Christmas light plug that was on the couch, now no longer attached to the Christmas lights that were on the tree. And I tried to splice it back together and plug it in. And, because the Christmas tree lights have 3 different plugs. So now you're trying to figure out, it didn't work. And I waited until the show in Cape Coral last night to tell her what happened actually on the show. This way there could be no violence. And by that time I had already purchased more Christmas lights from Amazon. And she wasn't real happy about that because, they put a lot of time into wrapping the Christmas lights around the tree. And, luckily there were 2 sets of lights. So there's still 1 set of lights. But you can see there's like a dark spot in this part of the tree there that hopefully I can take care of when the lights show up. So thank you for letting us know the sound looks okay. It's crazy next 3 weeks here on Fort Myers Beach, starting with tonight. Tonight is the boat parade, which starts around dusk, and lots of boats out. Best places to watch it are going to be at Nervous Nellie's, the Snug Harbor, and Salty Sam's, and Cantina Marina, and Parrot Key. And probably some of the really rich houses. They're probably going to be real nice places to watch the boat parade. And then tomorrow is our show with the mayor at 10 o'clock at Wahoo Willie's. Next Saturday, Friday and Saturday. Is it Friday and Saturday or Saturday and Sunday? Friday and Saturday is the Women's Club Tree Festival. And we're going to be doing a broadcast from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. It's here this year at Margaritaville. And then the following week is the bike parade. And the bike parade starts at Bayside Park, and you decorate your bike or your golf cart or whatever mechanism that you ride around in that isn't a vehicle. And I think we're going up Old San Carlos and down to Diamond Head, and then we wind up here after the bike parade with a concert from the Ben Allen Band. And that is a fundraiser for the local organizations that collect toys for kids. So there'll be boxes set up for toys at Bayside Park and also right here at Margaritaville. So, I mean, you could just come here. If you don't want to ride the bike or a scooter or your golf cart, you can come here after the event and bring a toy and enjoy the free music and the festivities. And that's in 2 weeks. And then it's Christmas already. So those are a lot of activities going on here on Fort Myers Beach. And right now, our first guest is from the community cooperative, Janelle Come on down, Janelle, Director of Development. Big hand for Janelle. We're going to talk about what her organization does. And welcome to the show. Welcome to Margaritaville. Did you find a place to park okay?
I found a place to park. Yes. Thank you very much. And thank you. You picked the best day for me to be here. I love this. Thank you very much. And I'm so sorry about Petey.
Petey's fine.
I have a buddy. He's a yellow lab, and I just have to worry about where the tail wags.
Yes.
That's where I keep the better ornaments up top, and the disposable ones are on the bottom.
The part of the story that I didn't tell was we have this Petey chews on everything. Kim lost 3 pairs of shoes already. We had this antique desk that was in one of the rooms that he chewed one of the knobs off. And a table that you just purchased, he chewed the corner. Now he's chewing on the sides of the walls, like where the walls meet. And I forgot what I was going to say, but no, we put a little black gate around the Christmas tree because at first he got under the tree and pulled an ornament down and was eating the ornament, which is fine. You can replace an ornament, but somehow he got behind the black gate, and then luckily the Christmas lights weren't plugged in, or that might have been then a more interesting, odd result. I mean, I don't know. Can something like that kill a dog when you're chewing on a Christmas? You could kill a dog, huh? Well, it's going to either be that or it's going to be one of those frogs that he comes in the house with.
The cane toads.
Yeah, we're loaded with them.
Ooh,
Kim likes
dangerous.
to collect them as pets for some reason. Yeah, I don't know why.
No,
So,
I'm sorry.
what is your relation to Southwest Florida? How'd you get here?
I am originally from Minnesota, and I don't like the cold. So
Sweet. Were you guys talking Vikings with Perry and Doreen?
We were talking Vikings. We were talking Mall of America.
Wow.
Yep.
Is that still open? People still go to the mall?
It's very popular.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, speaking of the Vikings, is your girly quarterback playing again, or is he hurt still? I mean, what's going on with that?
I think they're going to high school championship teams now and recruiting right from
Is
within.
McCarthy back playing, Perry? Yeah, this week, I got you. Well, he'll be out by the third quarter with another injury. So how long have you been here?
I have been in Florida since '94.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I have been in Southwest Florida since 2003.
Cool.
So, and I love it. This is my home. Although all of my native friends won't let me call myself a Floridian, I'm still an import, and that's fine. I'm proud to be from Minnesota, but happier to be in Florida.
People are watching. Val is watching from Connecticut. I can't imagine what the temperature is in places like Minnesota. What is the temperature in like Minnesota right now or Connecticut right now? I love when people tell me it's 31 degrees or 45 degrees, and it's not too bad. This morning was one of the -7. Wow, that's crazy already. Is the lake 20 in Wisconsin? Is the lake frozen yet in Wisconsin already? Wow, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you wind up at the community cooperative? And then we'll talk about what that organization is.
Sure. So during COVID, I was at church one day, and my church, Gateway Trinity Lutheran Church in Gateway, every year we have a golf
They have
tournament.
churches in Gateway?
We have several churches in Gateway, yes.
Okay.
And I was attending church, and to promote the golf tournament, we invite the organizations that benefit from it, Community Cooperative being one, the other Gilisano Children's Hospital. So our CEO, Stephanie, came to church, and she shared the mission and programs of Community Cooperative, and she said, we need Meals on Wheels volunteers. And I thought, I can do that. I have a couple of hours once a week that I can do, and I signed up the next day. By Friday, I was delivering in Cape Coral, even though I live over by the airport. My delivery route was Cape Coral. And after a couple of months, I just realized that I needed to shift the nature of my profession and go back. I had been in the nonprofit industry before, and the programs, it just spoke to me. Meals on Wheels, it's just such a strong program, deep to my heart. And I've been with Community Cooperative now for 5 years.
What is community cooperative? What do they do? What is their main focus?
Food is our love language. We are the Meals on Wheels provider for Southwest Florida. We have a soup kitchen on our campus in Fort Myers off of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. We also have a food pantry on our campus, but we have mobile food pantries that go all throughout Southwest Florida to 13 different locations every month, including twice to the VA, which are veteran exclusive food pantries. And then when we have the opportunity, we go into Collier County and additional areas of need with pop-up food pantries. We've been here on the beach many times. And then to pull it all together, we have a social service team that works with our homeless or at-risk homeless community to help build them to a point of success.
We had folks from the Cape Coral Caring Center on our show last night in Cape Coral, and the number of people they said they helped was amazing. How many people do you guys think that you helped throughout the year? And is it mostly people that are homeless, or a combination of people that?
It is such a wide variety, and there is so much need right now. Last year, we impacted 46,000 individuals,
Wow.
Unduplicated individuals. So that means if you came to us once, you were counted not every time you came to an event. But we distributed over 2 million pounds of food into our community. 110,000 Meals on Wheels meals were delivered to our homebound seniors. So that need. As I said, it is a wide variety. We had our mobile food pantry at the airport, and it's not something we have promoted. It's probably the first time it's going to be publicly stated. During the shutdown, when those individuals were not receiving a paycheck, they still had to get food on their tables. So Community Cooperative was out there one day distributing emergency groceries to our TSA workers, and we do that. That's similar to that storm that shall not be named. It's what we do, and in times of crisis, we magnify what we do each and every day. And so getting to areas of need, helping those that have either they've stumbled upon a hardship and they need to reach out, or it's a chronic issue and we need to work to help to bring them to a point of success. But it's a wide variety of reasons why people come to us. And
where do you get the food and the donations from? Is it just people in the community that help out, or? Here,
Southwest Florida. We are a privately funded nonprofit organization. And in regards to the Meals on Wheels program, we are only one of 8% in the nation that is privately funded. So that's why, again, when there's all the stuff that is in question in the outside world, we know that we have resources in our community. We are blessed to have a community that is generous, and we are able to meet that need year after year after year. But with great need comes the need for great funding. So anytime we can have a food drive, obviously direct cash is critical to us. We also accept stocks, appreciated stocks, especially this time of year when you're looking at end of year giving. This is where our support comes. It comes local, it stays local.
Did you want to mention something about the SNAP program?
We were not impacted directly because we're not federally funded.
Gotcha.
But
that's good.
It was that ripple that came to us from those agencies that were impacted, those people who were impacted, and we were able to meet that need. We increased the number of households we saw on our campus. We increased the number of people we had expected. One of the mobile food pantries I attended out in Lehigh, we usually prepare for about 125. We prepared for 200, and we still turned people away. There is that much need in our community. And just because resources have been reestablished does not mean that people are back to normal. They may have taken on additional debt. They're still trying to work through the struggle that brought them to us in the first place. And so it's not a quick stop for the people who are in need.
If somebody is in need, how do they apply?
CommunityCooperative.com. That is the best place to go to find all of our resources, whether it's a mobile food pantry near you. The Meals on Wheels application is right there. One of the great things that Community Cooperative strives for every day is to find new initiatives, being resourceful on how we can best work with our client. So our campus food pantry is appointment-based only. So you can go on our website. You can go and select a time and a date that is going to work with your schedule. And that way we have eliminated the lines outside of our door. People used to line up 2-3 hours in advance to try to make sure that they were in line in enough time to get resources. That is no longer the case on our campus, because if you have an appointment, you are going to get groceries. And it also we know that when people reach out, that's a humbling experience. So being able to make a private appointment, only shop with, we have 2 clients that come in every 15 minutes. You're matched with a volunteer or a staff member. It's a much quieter environment. It's a grocery store type environment. So we're bringing back dignity to the experience of having to reach out into a food pantry.
And how can people help?
communitycooperative.com. So our program.
Do you have a website?
We do. Let me think. Let me see if I can remember here. We are 90% volunteer dependent. We could not do what we do each and every day without the help of the generosity of our community, both in time and in your talent, and of course the resources that you bring to us, either as in kind. We have great partnerships with our businesses, with our churches, with our gated communities that are hosting events to have food drives, to have fundraising drives for us, and all of that goes. Every donated dollar or everything on our campus was either donated in kind or it was purchased with a donated dollar. So whatever it is that you can provide for us, it is just truly appreciated, and we're going to get it right to the people who need it the most.
Why do you think there's such a big need for this?
There are so many reasons. Of course, chronic poverty is long-standing, but people come into bumps in the road. There are people who have professions that aren't just paying them enough. It is the cost of housing, the cost of living, and there's always those things that we don't expect. I mean, gracious, last week my dishwasher went out, and I was thankful that I went out the day before Black Friday so that I could, get right onto those flyers and find the best deal, because you don't expect. You can prepare for a lot, but when it actually comes about, you just have to hope that you have the resources and the network behind you to help bring you to that point of success and get you through.
Anything else you want people to know about the programs or what you're doing or how they can help or how somebody can apply? Did we miss anything?
I don't know that we missed anything. There's just so many ways. We are so grateful to Margaritaville. We've been partners with Margaritaville before these walls went up. And again, the walls were here. Back to that storm that shall remain nameless. Margaritaville had a partnership where they created a sticker. And then during the pickleball championships down in Naples, they sold those stickers, and on 100% of those proceeds came back to Community Cooperative.
I had no idea.
They recognized that we were, once that incident occurred, we were at the bridge of the base of the bridge. We were handing out food to our shrimpers, to the people in need. We've been partners with Lee County, Fort Myers Beach Strong for a long time. And Margaritaville, and again, it's probably not something that a lot of people know because, they're so humble, they're so generous here. Last fall, they brought their chefs and the food to Community Cooperative. They did a kitchen takeover at the soup kitchen, and they brought the beach to just on the outskirts of downtown Fort Myers, and they were able to bring those clients the experience that they really don't get to have downtown Fort Myers. So we did Cheeseburger in Paradise just outside downtown Fort Myers for some really truly grateful individuals in our community, including the staff and the volunteers. It was a great show, and so we truly appreciate the partnership that we have with this resort.
Exactly. Where is the church in Gateway?
The church in Gateway. Well, that's not Gateway Boulevard, Gateway Trinity Lutheran Church, but Community Cooperative.
I'm kidding. I live in Gateway. I'm kidding.
You live in Gateway?
Yes.
You've never invited me out.
I drive by the church
just meeting
10 times a day.
Do you really?
Yes. Oh, well, we appreciate coming all the way out here and telling us about the program. And if there's anything we can do to help, please let us know. And if you think we missed anything, let everyone know the website address again and how they can contact to help.
Absolutely. CommunityCooperative.com.
All right. Big hand for Janelle, everybody.
Thank you
I love
so
that
much.
you wear your name tag, too, on a Saturday. You are always working.
Yes, I am. And I'm going to another church for a carol sing. If anybody wants to go to the First Presbyterian Church downtown Fort Myers today.
A carol sing.
1 o'clock and 4 o'clock. And there's a food drive, and also the offering that's going to be done during that service is coming back to Community Cooperative. So if you're looking for Christmas carols, today's your day.
It is the Christmas time of year. So thank you very much for coming and good luck with everything. Thank you. Appreciate it. All righty. Before we get Ellie up here, Kathy, can you come up for a second? Yeah. I want to ask you something. Kathy Nash is in the audience. I love to put people on the spot, but she's good at this. She knows what I'm going to ask her about. She has no idea. Kathy Nash, everybody. Big hand for Kathy, and member of the community. Actually, I wanted to ask you how things wound up with the turtle adoptions at Lover's Key State Park. I know you and John are a big part of that.
Yep. It was our second year, and we had a great great turnout. We can always do more. We had more nests unadopted than we had hoped. But every adoption helps the park tremendously. It goes directly to the friends of the park and stays. So much of the money that when you go into the park, it goes back to Tallahassee. So if we can raise money to keep it in the park, it stays in the park and helps us in so many more ways. So this turtle adoption program is that kind of money. And we beat the year before's numbers, but we're going to really try to ramp it up this year.
So now the turtle season is over.
Yep.
Do you still try and adopt them for next year, or do you wait until season starts?
It'll start probably in February, March.
And you had different levels to adopt.
Yep. There's different levels of adoption. It changes the sign and whether you get one turtle, your sign by yourself on a turtle nest, like Alex King, the great Alex King, as you always say, did a very large nest, and he got it all to himself and got a tour of the park for his staff and things like that. So there are different levels, but there's an entry level, a mid level, and a high level.
Great. And do you know how many they had this year in Lover's Key? Do you know how many nests they had?
Total nest, I believe, was about 60.
Is that good?
It's questionable. It's been going up and down, and with the beach renourishment, it wasn't as many as we expected because we don't know why.
Right.
The beach was renourished, and what happened this year was a lot of the turtles came up and nested right in the tide line. So their nests were washed out.
I see.
So luckily, not too many of the ones that were sponsored did that happen to.
Yeah.
They will move a nest if they have to, but most of the time, a high tide comes overnight and the nest is gone. So it's a trial and error. We're hoping next year they're used to the sand on the beach and we get more.
And folks, just if anyone's watching, because you adopt a turtle nest doesn't mean you get to go to the park and take it home and then bring it back the next day.
Have the hatchlings.
Nothing like that.
You can name them if you want.
Yeah, it depends on how much money you're willing to pop
That's
out of your
right.
pocket.
We can work all kinds of things out.
So how's the park coming along? Is it fully redone?
No.
Okay.
But it's coming along great. Unfortunately, there was a little snag with the state and the vendor there at the park. So currently there's no kayak rentals or gift shop, but they're working on that. The Welcome and Discovery Center is great. There's an online store that the Friends of Lovers Key has now that you can go online and purchase gifts. They come very quickly. They're nice quality. You can see a couple of those over at the Welcome and Discovery Center. Let's see, what else?
Well, you have the gala coming up. I know that's next year.
Will be in February, I believe.
We do have Christy coming on at some point to talk about that. Yep. And that's a big fundraiser.
It's a very big fundraiser, very fun event. We really, really enjoyed it last year. They do a great job. Great food.
And you're also part of the Women's Club, so that's coming up next weekend.
Yep, and the Community Foundation. So I get around.
Yes, you do great things. So thank you very much for the update on the turtles and everything else. And we will see you next week at the Christmas Tree Festival.
Sounds great.
Kathy Nash, everybody. Before we get to Ellie, one more special guest. Julie Nussbaum is here in the audience, and I'm going to ask her to come up. She's the president of the Art Association. Julie, come on down. We're getting updates from all the wonderful community organizations, and Julie's going to come over and tell us how things are going. They had several big events at the Art Association, which is located for now off Fort Myers Beach. Julie, how are you?
I'm good.
I know did I give you a heads up that I was going to ask you to come on?
No, that's okay.
So
life is good.
You just had a couple of big events at the Art Association. Tell everybody how they went.
Well, everything went well. We celebrated our 75th anniversary and had a great crowd, and
very nice.
We're in Cypress Square, which is McGregor and Cypress. We have a 3-year lease there, and we don't know at the end of 3 years what's next, but we're working on it. Today we have a brand new show going up, and that's where I was before the show here. We're putting up what's called Art Divine. This is our end of the season show. Everything will start at 3:00 today. And it's $200 or under for all of the paintings in there. And we will have wall-to-wall paintings. The artists are putting everything up this morning, and it's always been really popular. That's why we have to have a start time of 3 o'clock. People do rush in. They want to get the best deals. And this show looks really promising. I viewed some of the art this morning, and it's better than average. I have to say it's better than our normal end of the year, mostly because we haven't had a place to show our art like we had hoped. We were at the church on College at the Presbyterian Church there. And we've moved now to this lease space, and it's proving to be really popular, and it's working out well for us. So we'll see how it all goes, but we're hopeful. This show will be up through January. And then we have a show right now at Bonita, Arts Bonita. And that was a contract from last season. So we honored that. And we're going to have one coming up in Cape Coral as well. And then that's next season. We hope to have all of our juried and judge shows back at our gallery.
What does juried mean? For those people out there that don't understand what it is.
Well, we have a judge, and we do have a stipend that we pay the judge. They're professional people. They're not from our organization normally. Sometimes we do, but usually they're from outside the organization. They come in, they view all of the art, and then they decide what belongs in the show and what doesn't. And it's a humbling experience for many of us. We've all been juried out at one time or another. But when you're juried in, that also is a very positive experience. So it's all good. And then it goes on to be judged. And then we have a reception and awards and all of that. So we do 2 or 3 of those, at least 3 a year of those. So if you have any interest in being part of the Art Association, you can find us at FortMyersBeachArt.com. That's our website. And you can pay dues. They're $75 a year. You
could pay $75 to support the Art Association.
You can do that too. We'd love to have your support. If you don't do art, you can still come, view it, take part. If you have some credentials of any sort, you can help us with bookkeeping. You can help us with putting shows up, taking them down, all kinds of extra things, even if you're not an artist. And pretty quickly you become interested in the art and the artist. You get to talk with everybody. And we're just a real giving group. We enjoy the whole experience, and we're a community. We have common interests, and we gather and paint. And it's just a really welcoming group of people.
Yeah, and for anyone that doesn't know that's watching, the Art Association at one point, for the longest time, was here on the island on Denora.
Correct.
Denora.
75 years.
75 years on Denora Street. And
I know, and we lost our building, and we've done some fundraising, but we don't know what the future holds.
Right. And the challenge at this time of year and throughout the year is fundraising is a tough business. Everyone's raising money for different things. And on the island, a lot of folks are raising money because a lot of people lost their building and other things it's not cheap to rebuild, especially on Fort Myers Beach. So for now, you're in a great location, and you're also an accomplished painter yourself. Like, you've won a few Emmys or something, right?
Yeah, Emmys for sure. Well, I do. I paint for the fun of painting, but you can't help but get better. And you're around accomplished artists who share all of their knowledge. And we offer classes. We offer a lot of opportunity to just get better and paint. We have classes. Cheryl Fossil's our watercolor instructor. She teaches on Mondays starting in January. Again, she'll have everything from beginner to intermediate to accomplished. And she teaches with the utmost professionalism. And if you want to learn to do watercolor, she's just a real great asset for our organization. And she shows internationally. Her home is here, but she also travels and so forth. So it's a perfect opportunity if you want to learn to do watercolor. And we have other classes and things coming up throughout the season. If you go to our website, all of our classes are there, and you can look and see. And how you enter a class or sign up for it is all on the website. You contact the instructor and pay for the class and so forth. So it's really an all-purpose art association.
What's the address of the location again, so folks know they can come visit? And what hours are you open?
Okay, the address is 1351 McGregor, 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 1351 McGreg It's on the corner of McGregor and Cypress, and it's Cypress Square. We're Unit 1. And our hours right now are 10 to 3, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we are open from noon to 6. And we may be noon to 7 if there's artists there and working, which is the other point. It's a working gallery. So you can come in, and a lot of times we have things going on. We have artists just painting to paint for the fun of it. We have short programs. We have lunch and learn in the summertime when there's not as much going on. You can come in and listen to a demonstration or presentation, and those are free to any member or public who wants to come in and just learn more about art. So, we're busy. We're very busy, but it's enjoyable, and it's just a great group of people to get to know.
Thank you so much for coming and getting us an update on the Art Association.
Sure,
Big
and
hand
I
for.
appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, sure. We love you
He's
guys.
a very good friend of the arts,
Yes.
and well, as you all know, of the communities around here.
Thank you.
So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Big hand for Julie, everybody. All righty. Before we get to our next segment with Ellie, Ellie's got so many different events going on. Want to tell you about Michael Stewart, one of our sponsors, Michael Stewart PE. He can design any structure, residential or commercial. He also designs mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. Michael Stewart has a website. Yes, he does. mstewartpe.com. You should follow him on Facebook because he always posts cool buildings that he's part of, and he's got great information. If you want your structure to stand up straight and not fall down, you're going to call Michael Stewart first because you want to have somebody that you can trust. Next week on the show, we're going to have 2 builders on. We're going to have Power Block builders on, and we're going to have Idle Construction on so we can help folks get through the construction process. Now, after you're dealing with the insurance and FEMA and all that other crap, now you got to worry about your contractor walking out on you. So we're going to have folks on next week. We're also going to have Michael Stewart on at some point so he can give you the lowdown. But give Michael Stewart a call if you're rebuilding, 239-292-7670. 239-292-7670. And also sponsoring the show today, Cornerstone Beach Resort. They specialize in taking care of their guests personally. Special requests for special occasions. Cornerstone Beach Resort has been part of the Fort Myers Beach landscape since 2004. That's over 20 years ago, Perry, in case you were keeping track at home. They only have 12 condos, so it's quite private. 8 1-bedroom, 1 bath, 3 2-bedroom, 1 bath, and 1 2-bedroom, 2 bath. You can go to flbeachstays.com. That's flbeachstays.com, or call Jody or James right now, 239-463-5778. And they're just over by Publix. So it's the perfect spot over by Publix. They can take the trolley or the tram down here to Times Square, or you can walk if you want to get a few steps in. And now our final segment is a special someone from the Estero Island Historical Association. She's been on 1,000 times before, so why not make it 1,001? So many things going on in Ellie's world. Ellie Bunting, everybody, the president of the Estero Island Historical Society. Come on down, Ellie. How are you? Uh-oh, you got a bandage on there.
I do.
We're going to have to ask you about that first. What happened to your hand?
Carpal tunnel surgery.
Oh, yeah, it's surgery.
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
Too much typing.
Seriously?
Oh, I think it was too much computer stuff. Yeah.
All right. So you're going to be okay, though.
I'm fine.
All right.
Much
We'll
better.
just get you nice and
Much
close.
better.
Oh, there you go. Good,
All
good.
right.
So tell us,
She's out here.
first of all, how is the building doing? The building was pretty damaged in Hurricane Ian. There was a lot of work done, a lot of volunteering. And how's the building doing?
Building is looking really good right now. We've got our Christmas decorations up, ready for our open house next week. And there's still a few things to do, like painting and working on the porch and stuff. But we are in operation and doing well.
Now, the other thing that I wanted to ask about was you have these crime night things. These kill you where you're obsessed with killers or some crazy thing. What's that all about?
Well, yeah. We started sort of by accident with the Galloway murders in 1953, and it was really fascinating how the research came together, and we found out there's some lady up in Michigan who knew about them, and we did a couple of that, and then we started looking around and reading, and there's been a lot of murders on the island.
Yeah, I was quite surprised that you could make a series out of people getting killed on Fort Myers Beach. I didn't know. I mean, I heard about the lady. I think it was a lady that got killed over in the tower over there by Snug Harbor
Snug Harbor, the grandmother murders. We're talking about that this season.
this season. What
Yep.
is it? The grandmother?
Yeah, grandmother murders.
Okay. Why did you call it the grandmother murders?
Because I think she was a grandmother.
Okay. All right. Well, that makes sense.
Or the woman killed was a grandmother.
You could just say that's a stupid question at any
Well,
time,
no,
because
no.
if Kim was here, she would say that. But so the Galloway murders were in 1953. Was that two people killed somebody or they got killed?
They got killed. Jim and Mary Galloway owned the Mermaid Club,
They did.
the original Mermaid Club. Yeah. And they had a house on the north end of the island, one of the first houses on island shores. And these two guys showed up one day and killed them.
So how do you find, like, what do you just do a Google search to
Well,
find?
that was kind of weird because, I grew up here and I'd never heard of it. And I was going through the old beach bulletins at the library
I see.
and I found this really small article about Jim and Mary Galloway dying. And then once I got that, I started going to the news press and
They had more
they
info.
had a lot more information.
So how many total murders will you be covering?
We have three.
No, people are fascinated by
I
true
know,
crime.
I
They
know.
really are. I
They
mean,
are.
you did the presentation. I remember promoting the presentation the first time, and everybody's like, "Is this going to be live streamed?" And I'm like, "I don't think so, but we fixed that."
Yeah, next one will be live streamed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you pick a date for the next one?
At the end of January
Okay.
sometime.
All right. Plenty of time then.
Yeah. So we got at least two more this time. We have the sailboat murders and the grandmother murders.
Okay.
And if we have time in March, we'll come up with another one.
So I was doing a walk around at the tower over what's it called? I forget what's the tower called, or isn't it? It's the Snug Harbor Tower over there. I mean, I feel like crap because I forgot. Nobody in the audience has helped me out. All you
No,
people
I
have been here longer than I have. Is it whatever? So I'm doing a walk around with the lady, and she's like, "Oh yeah, and this is where the lady got killed." And I was like, "What?" We were in the elevator or something where she was telling me the story up by the hot tub on the roof there. So
Well, Janet Selling It is the one that's doing that presentation.
okay.
So I'll have her come on.
And that'll be
before that.
something that if you want to go live and watch it, you can do it at the Historical Society, but it also be live streamed, and we'll figure all that out way before the date. So tell us about the open house.
Open house is this coming Saturday when everything else is going on.
Yes, yes. You can't avoid it this time of
No,
year,
you
Ellie.
can't. So from 12 to 3, and we'll have where cottage is all decorated, and we'll have some goodies and things for sale.
At the building there, what do you have, like historical wise, from Fort Myers Beach, and are you looking for things to add to your collection? Because the storm knocked out some of the stuff.
The storm knocked out a lot of the stuff. Physical artifacts, we don't have a whole lot left. We've got pieces of the bridge. There was counterweights that made the bridge go up
Yes,
and
I saw
down.
pictures of that.
Yeah, and some photographs we've saved. We found a bunch of old tapes that were getting transferred, getting digitized
hmm
from old meetings that we've had.
Man, when you guys post some photographs of the beach back in the day, like the historical pictures, those are really cool.
They are.
Yeah. And so are those that you have digital now, or you have physical and you're taking pictures of them and you're all getting them?
Leroy Hummerding found a way to get all of our pictures digitized through the state, some kind of a grant. So we have quite a few, over 1,000 pictures that are digitized.
And I don't mean to get morbid, but you brought up Leroy. I mean, will he be part of the series at some point?
At some point, yes. Janet and I have a whole book planned.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So we got a lot of murders to write about.
Okay. Yeah. And Leroy was the librarian at the library here on the beach before he was murdered. And you've written other books too. 2 so far? Or just one?
Well, Lost Icons.
Right.
It's a big one. And I've written a bunch of grammar books and
Oh, you have?
those kinds of things. Yeah.
So the Lost Icons is after the storm, you wrote a book about all the different things that were on the beach that are no longer here, and sold a ton of those books.
We've sold over 1,000. Yeah.
Sweet. And will they be available at the Historical Society? Or are they?
They're available at the Historical Society. Anita has them at the Islander.
Cool.
And We're doing a book signing on, I think it's January 10th. Lee Melzig's going to be here.
Oh, where are you doing that?
And that's down at
At the book
the
Nook
Book Nook, yeah.
in Santini Plaza. So you're doing your signing and he's doing his.
Yep.
Yeah, because what's this book called again?
Finding Huck.
That's right. Very cool. So that'll be like you'll have to beat people away with you two superstars
And
down
he's
there signing books.
going to be our speaker on January 12th
He's going to be a speaker at the Historical Society
at the library.
At the library. Okay. So anything else going on at the Historical Society
Oh man,
coming
I got
up?
my list here.
Oh, good. So much.
Okay, the open house, the book
Next week.
signing we talked about.
Yep.
Our first exhibit is going to open on January 17th, and it's going to be diving into the decades. We're going to take a decade at a time and do a little presentation on it for the next 3 months.
Where will you start? What decade will you start?
The early times, like early 1900s.
1900s.
Yeah, 1900 and 1910, I think, is the first one.
You have stuff from 1900 to 1910 to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Is Lee, because Lee's old as 1900, is that going to be his first speaking?
Yeah. Could be. And then we have a Tea by the Sea on the 19th, Martin Luther King Day, and that's going to be at St. Raphael's Comfort Hall. We're doing that with Estego Bay.
Okay.
And that's about it.
All right. So people can also become a member of the Historical Society by going to the website. The donation is $50 or something.
$30 for an individual.
You become a member. You support the Historical Society because it's a 501c3.
Yes, it is.
So it's all donations. It's all volunteers. And if you can sign up and become a member, then you're a member for a year.
Exactly.
Yeah. And now you're also a big part of the church.
Yes, I am.
It's not the Gateway Church.
No. St. Raphael's.
St. Raphael's, which is on Williams Drive. I try not to get the one on Williams Drive and Estero Boulevard confused. So, Father Michael, did you get the new pews yet, or are they in yet?
We have been ordered. They've been ordered, so we're waiting.
Cool. So there's a bunch of things going on at the church too.
There is. We have a shrimp dinner.
Shrimp dinner is a big thing
On the 13th.
Oh wow! This good thing? There's nothing going on the 13th. What time's the shrimp dinner?
Shrimp dinner's from 5 to 7.
5 to 7, and your event is from noon to
3.
3, and then the women's club thing is all day long. So I think it starts at 1 on Saturday.
Exactly. We do have Blue Christmas coming up on. That's this coming Wednesday. It's a really quiet service for people who, I don't know, might need some quiet time during this hectic holiday season.
I find my wife gives me a lot of quiet time in the month of December. No reason for it. She just likes to leave me alone, especially with Petey these days. Did you hear the dog story?
I heard the dog story. Yeah.
Do you need a puppy?
No, thank you.
Yes. Your husband's like cackling back there. So what else is going on? How's Father Michael, by the way?
Father Michael is doing well.
Yeah. He's a good egg.
He is a good guy. Yeah. We're really lucky to have him.
And the church is back to, the church looks great. The main building is open again, and it just looks fabulous.
It's doing well. We're it's a work in progress, and we do have a Christmas Day service at 10 o'clock. And the Blessing of the Fleet I wanted to talk about because we missed the Lions date. For somehow things got confused. We usually do it on the Sunday after the Shrimp Festival, but at first it was the 15th of March, and we booked our bishop. And once you book a bishop, you can't.
Is he a big deal in the church?
Yeah, you can't change the date.
Because he comes from Rome, right? I fly him in from Rome or something.
Actually from Bradenton, but
same thing.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, he's coming on the 15th.
So the date of the Sunday is not the 15th?
No, it's like the 9th or something.
Oh, okay.
It's a week later. But we decided to make it, instead of just the blessing of the shrimp fleet, the blessing of anything. So we're going to take the bishop out in the boat and circle around the
gonna bless the whole damn island.
The whole island, yeah.
You're gonna have enough water for him to throw at the island?
Yeah.
Like, is that how you? John's putting his hands on his head like I'm getting hit by lightning. So is that the same time you bless the pets too, or no? That's a different blessing.
No, the pets are in October.
I see. Okay. So March 9th at what time?
Now March 15th at
15th.
The service is at 10.
You're going to totally confuse people about the blessing of the fleet.
I know. That's why I want to get it out early. That
Why can't Father Michael bless the fleet? I mean, just he could do it.
well, he could, but we
Nobody will know
we
the
already
difference.
asked
The average
bishop.
people don't know the difference between Father Michael
Oh.
and a bishop.
Well, the
right?
bishop's going to be wearing a tall thing on his head.
Yeah, like the Pope wears.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll get them one. How much could they be on Amazon? Those tall hats. I mean, they can't be that much. I know I'm going to hell. So, so the blessing of the fleet is on March 9th.
March 15th.
Shit, March. Sorry. Now I'm really going. March 15th. What else?
Let's see. We have another shrimp dinner on January 10th.
Okay.
And then we have a special Jimmy Keys is an entertainer that's coming down on the 31st.
You guys are
And-
rocking it down there in Williams
Oh,
Drive. You're
man,
going to
I
break the
tell you.
noise ordinance violation.
Yeah, we got it going on.
It's a lovely property too. I mean, it really is one of the most unique churches you're going to find anywhere on the end of a street and big piece of property and in a neighborhood, a really cool neighborhood.
Yep.
Is the church numbers growing? They coming back?
People are coming back, yes. Now that we have a place to worship.
What kind? I know I'm going back and forth here, but what kind of help could you use or do you need at the Historical Society?
Oh, man, we need volunteers big time. We need people to, we're trying to stay open 2 days a week. And it's just hard to get volunteers from 10 to 12 to just sit in there and welcome people. Another good news is the Matanzas Past Preserve people
I
are
was
back
gonna
there.
ask you
Yeah,
about
they're
that.
working really hard. They've got it. It looks like we're not open, but we really are. There's a little path you can take to get back to us.
Well, you mean the Historical Society building is open. They have a gate around it.
yeah.
Because they're working on the Matanzas Past Preserve, which is a Lee County property that's taken forever to repair, but they're working on it now.
Yeah, and the guy says it's going to be ready by the summer.
Oh, sweet. Very nice. Well, Lee County is starting to kick in all their projects. They announced that the Glen Hall Park bathrooms are going to start next year, and the pier should be done by, what do you think, 2030? By the time it just seems
Yeah.
like, and Bowditch Park they're working on all those different projects. Crescent, the thing that's puzzling about the Crescent project is I understand the shade structures they're putting up. I don't understand why they're putting grass on the sand. I mean, you have a nice, beautiful beach over there, and they're going to put grass on it. But I mean, what do I know? They're going to put sod on top of the sand. And then what happens to that rugby tournament that they have over there every year? They use all that, and they draw a lot of people to the beach, but I'm sure they'll figure it out. So the summer for the Matanzas Past Preserve, and
Yeah.
you could use volunteers. How do people get in touch with you to volunteer?
Stereo Island Historic Society.org.
Cool.
There's a link on there.
How long have you and your husband been married now?
Oh, 40 years.
40 years. Wow. How do you, what's the secret to a successful marriage like that, Ellie?
Oh, give and take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys go out on a lot of dates? Date night? Things
No.
like not at all. Maybe that's the secret
That
right
could
there. Does he sleep on the couch too? Like
He falls asleep on the couch.
I
Yeah.
see. I don't fall asleep on the couch. I've been told him. Never mind. So you sure you don't want a puppy?
No,
No.
but I do want to pitch something
All right.
if I can.
Wind it up. Let it rip.
We've been trying to figure out a way to do the signs. And
Tell everybody what you mean by
okay,
that.
the signs, the homemade signs were painted by people so we could find our way around the island after the hurricane, since there were no signs.
So let me give a little more detail. What happened was all of the street signs were destroyed during Hurricane Ian. So people put these really creative signs, painted signs, very beachy, vibey signs, and they put them up with maybe a piece of wood or something. And they were around because these are state signs, I think, or county or state signs, which we knew they weren't coming back for years. So everybody loved them, and it was pretty disappointing when they had to come down, but they had to come down when the real signs went back up. So now all those signs, I believe, are in your possession.
Most of them, yes.
Most of them were picked up by volunteers, and they were brought down to this Historical Society. And also, now I'm forgetting who did it, but you had coasters made of the signs. Was
Yes,
that Andy?
yes, that was Keith.
Oh, Keith, the former, he was like an interim town manager. He got coasters made. Did you sell all those?
No, the problem with the coasters was people wanted their own street, and he only had 12 streets that he made
I
coasters
see.
from.
Yeah.
So we do have a few coasters left. We sold quite a few of them, but we were trying to figure out a way because people want their own street and
It's easier to make cups.
mugs.
Yes.
Jesse Titus took every one of those and refinished it, and they're hanging in the cottage right now. But she also did a poster,
like a
really
combination.
cool poster that she's getting copies made. So we got the mugs with the poster on it. So if your street is not one of our streets, it might be on here.
That's a great idea.
And also on our website, we've got a list of all the signs we've got and all the signs we need. So I think some people probably have signs in their
took home.
garage or
Yeah.
something. And I just need the picture. I don't really care if I have the sign. But if you can send me the digital picture, it would be great.
Yeah. Well, that's a great idea. I think people would love that. And what would you sell them for? Do you know yet? $100?
$100. No, it'd be like $10 maybe.
$10 for a mug? No, I think that'd be great. People would love that. And so when you're going to decide to do it? If
No,
people say
it's-
they're interested, is
yeah,
that the plan?
I got my mug maker. They're personally handmade. So you can tell me what street you want, what color you want. If you want your name on it, we can do it.
Okay. And how do they get in touch with you for all that?
SJRislandHistoricSociety.org.
Okay.
We have a page that's got all the stuff on the signs, and it also says which signs we're looking for.
All right, sweet. And if you can get me the list of the signs that are missing, I'll put it on our Facebook page and tell people. I mean, I'm sure it's a cool looking thing in their garage, your backyard, but maybe they don't know you just want a picture of it. You don't need the sign back.
I will
Yeah.
send it to you. That would be great.
All right. And again, for volunteers to help out, they go on the website or
Go on the website and just email us, and we'll be glad to help. Get you trained. There's not a lot involved in it.
and
but we do need help.
You guys live on the island,
Yes, we do.
and you went to the beach school.
I did.
Yeah.
My mother taught there. My daughter taught there.
Wow. And what do you think about what's going on there? Is that Santa Claus wheeled by? Very nice, Santa.
I think that the county let us down, and the town. I'm glad that Dan is fighting as hard as he is.
Yeah.
And he's got a lot of people behind him.
Oh, for sure. No doubt about it. All right, Ellie, thank you for your time, and thank you for everything you do with the church and with the Historical Society. And as always, if there's anything you need, just call Kim. I'm kidding. Just let me know.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Ellie Bunting, everybody. And while we have 9 minutes and we have one more person in the audience that I'd love to quiz, Dave Nussbaum. Dave, come on up. We got 9 minutes to fill here, and I have so many questions for you. And of course, the first question I want to ask you about, even though you live in a condo and your daughter is grown up, what do you think about whether or not Fort Myers Beach needs a school?
Oh, it absolutely needs a school. This is a community. If you don't have a school, it's real hard to attract the people that are here to be a fabric of the community. You need doctors, lawyers, Indian chiefs, waiters, waitresses, beauticians, dentists, and without a school, you'll never attract those people.
Mm-hmm. Do you think the town is working hard on what they can do?
Short of showing up at school board meetings with torches and pitchforks, they're doing everything they possibly can.
I just get the impression from the school district that they're doing everything they can to make sure it doesn't happen. And I mean, it doesn't even seem like they're willing to help out with giving the town a running start on a charter school.
Well, the property, the school board's looking at the property, and I don't know what the value is, but it's over $10 million.
Sure.
And I've heard 25 million, whatever it is. If they sell that and move all the kids that are here to other schools, they get the money.
Yeah.
That's a $25 million bump into their budget for nothing. So they're looking at it saying, why don't we find an alternative, sell the property and take the money? That's my personal opinion.
Yeah. And it'll come down to whether or not how hard the town really wants to fight the school district, and what kind of resources do they have to fight a mammoth $3 billion organization or whatever it is with probably 10 lawyers,
Well, just for an example, Ed, I live in a 100-unit condominium. There are 0 kids in our condominium. That represents 100 households, and we all pay school tax going into Lee County, and we're just one condo. I can go on the south end and go all the way around, Islands End, go all the way up Bay Beach Lane and everything else, representing hundreds and hundreds of households with 0 kids, all paying into Lee County tax. So it's a huge number, and I don't think we should even stop demanding that if we want to keep this island as a community, and I've been coming down here over 40 years, we have to have a beach school. Even if we have to turn around and figure out a way to secede from Lee County or do whatever, and that's just...
You mean school-wise? Go charter school. Yeah.
Go charter or do whatever. But you have to have a school here. I know several of our vendors that come and work here. They have kids in the beach school, and they haven't been in school in 3 years. Not their school. And I know the people personally, and it hurts. And they hurt when they talk about it.
All right, so we'll keep an eye on that. And the other thing I wanted to ask you about was you live on the South End. You have a condo on the South End. How do you feel like the South End is coming back?
Slowly, but it's getting better every single day. I'm meeting with one of the condos. I've got a phone call with them, and they're going through talking to me about some contractors to finish up. We all got burned. A lot of us got burned when Florida Structural Group filed Chapter 7, and that delayed a lot of things. There was just a lot of contractor fraud that was going on throughout the storm that she said won't be named.
Yeah.
But, and there was a lot of FEMA money that got held up. And I will tell you, from our personal experience, FEMA acted like they didn't have any money until the election, and then the FEMA found all the money that they told us they didn't have to pay us.
No kidding.
All of a sudden, the strings opened up. They started approving invoices, and we finally got paid what we were supposed to get paid. But
What do you think the total damage was to your building? Money-wise?
Money-wise?
Yeah.
So far, we're at $17.5 million, and we're not done yet.
$17.5 million. Now, how? I don't want to get in the weeds too much, but how did everybody get left with the state's new rules because of the buildings that fell down over in Sunrise? So I know you're supposed to have X number of dollars in a budget and all that. How is that right?
Well,
right now?
If there was any small silver lining from Ian, the storm that shouldn't be named, is that for a lot of the condos, we had accumulated depreciation that we hadn't paid for. Elevators, roofs, so on and so forth. And what the law said was you're supposed to have enough money accumulated every year so that at the end of a 30-year roof life, you should have 30 years worth of money to pay for your roof. Now, if you didn't put any money in for 20 years and you've only got 10 years left, you have a catch-up of 20 years that you have to put in starting 2025. What Ian did was if your roof got blown off, the insurance company paid you for the roof, and you started over at zero.
I gotcha. So some people are...
So there was no accumulated depreciation. So we didn't have to pay as much in, and by my guesstimate, we would have had a $3 to $5 million check to cover
Yikes.
for all of the owners on the accumulated depreciation that disappeared after the storm.
All righty.
So,
Lastly, I did want to mention I did text Max at the Italian kitchen place because the 12th is coming up Friday. He said they might be delayed a week, so I'll keep everybody posted on that. I know some of you walk by or what.
I have my nose pressed against his window every day. Now? Is it now, Max?
I know they're trying as hard as they can to get open, but you know what happens at the last minute, things come up and it doesn't always work out that way. But you know, 1 week is not 3 years, so hopefully it'll only be 1 week.
The entire South End is anxiously awaiting any restaurant, bar, or breakfast place that opens down there. There's people back. The beaches are there. The parking lots are full.
Mm-hmm.
We're watching everything fill back up again. And I will tell the people, the restaurateurs, there's still places open in Santini. I think one left. A sports bar would really, really, really be nice.
Yeah, you say it like it's so easy to open a sports bar.
I mean, really.
And South Beach, I heard January, but again, I haven't seen much work being done in that unit. But I mean, I'm not down there every weekend either. So
they said January.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll keep everybody up to date on when the Italian restaurant is going to open up, and they're going to run out of food. There's a guarantee that. But he did say last week they're not going to run out of spirits, so that's a good thing.
That's great.
Yeah.
And by the way, Island Winds is a pet-free community, so no, we don't want PD either.
Thanks very much, Dave. Big hand for Dave Nussbaum, everybody. He's also the chairman of the Marine Resources Environmental Task Force. All right, everybody, our final sponsor of the day, Power Block Builders. Oscar is going to be on the show next week. Speaking of builders that you can trust, Oscar will be one of our guests, and Mark from Idle Construction will be our guest for the second half hour. Homes by Power Block, elevated home builder committed to helping families and communities recover after the devastating impact of hurricanes. They specialize in creating resilient, safe, and beautifully crafted homes so you can rebuild not just a house, but a home where new memories can flourish and last forever. Please call the Construction Sales Office right now, 239-849-1919, 239-849-1919. Enjoy the boat parade tonight, everybody, and we will be back tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock from Wahoo Willie's with Mayor Dan Allers. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.